Hi, welcome. I'm here today to show you and demonstrate a new casting aid for shore anglers who use multiplier fishing reels. Now, this little gadget of mine was invented some years ago, 2007 in fact, but I've only just recently bought it out. Last year, in fact, it was on the market. But I don't think that all the anglers are aware of it at the minute. There's a lot of them are aware of it, but not quite all of them. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to show the shore anglers who use these sort of reels what is about to take place from the marigold glove, which is currently being used, and also the bicycle inner tube to protect the thumbs from getting thumb burn or uh, sliced up with a leader knot. Now I'll come to that a little bit later, but let me start off with Spool Stop. Um, this is Spool Stop here. This is Spool Stop. Put it in front so you can see what it is. Now this particular object won the gold medal at the British Invention Show in 2007, as you can see on there, and there's the medal. And I also won uh, the silver medal in the World Invention Show in Geneva, Switzerland. Um, there's the other side of it. This was at the Palexpo, at the uh, international show, the World Invention Show in Geneva. It really should have been that should have been a gold as well, but the judges there didn't know a lot about fishing, and I was awarded the silver, which I was very glad of and proud of to have won that. Anyway, we'll go on to the actual thing itself. Now, Spool Stop um, was invented by me, as I said earlier on, and it will fit most reels and rods. In fact, it'll fit all of them. And the reason is because it's adjustable. Now, you can see that one is bent to that shape, and that will only fit like a certain reel. Today, I've got a Daiwa HT7HT, which is adjusted for. But if you've got a different rod, the way to adjust it is like this. Now this is fairly straight, really. You can see it's fairly straight. And what I've got here is I've got a kettle here, which has water in it. You might be able to hear it sort of start to bubble away. And what you do is I'm going to demonstrate in a minute. You insert this into hot water and you bend it to whatever shape your reel is. Some reels, they all differ. They're not all the same. They all differ. And you can once you put it in the hot water, you just bend it to whatever shape you want, and that also applies to that. Now this here has a wider part than the bottom part, and the reason for this is that when you snap it onto a rod, if it was all the same, like straight like that, you'd never get it on. So by having a wider part there, that is just sort of a guide. Once you put that in there, the rest will follow. Right. Now the water has boiled, so I'm going to first of all put this down so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm putting this down there. Look. There we go. That's the hot water. Right. So now I'm going to insert the straight one, which I just told you about, and I'm going to leave it for a couple of seconds, 5, 6, something like that. Right, and I'm going to press down because it's heated up now in the hot water. I'm going to press down, and then when I bring it out of there, I'm going to hold it to that shape, which is like that, and then I'm going to place it in in cold water. Now, as soon as this gets cold, as you will see in a minute, it will stay the shape that I bent it to. You obviously must already know where I'm coming from. So, here we go. That's the shape it's bent. Now, we don't want it that shape because it won't fit onto the reel. But this is only just to show you that it will adjust. And the same for that. If the butt of the rod is like a different diameter to that, what you do is you squash that, but don't put any tape on it. Put some string on it and squash it like that. Put some string on it and then dip it into the hot water, and exactly the same then. As soon as it's heated up, hold it under the cold water tap. Don't insert it in your mum's bowl or your wife's bowl because that's got detergent, and when it comes to sticking the pads on there, they may not stick. So cold water tap, and if you wrap tape around it, what's going to happen is that the adhesive of the tape is going to stick onto this, and it's hard to get it off. So no, just string. You want some string around it, dip it in the hot water, and then hold it under the cold water. Once it's cooled off, take the string off, and you'll see that it will retain that shape. Well, we've done that bit. Right. Okay, so now we've got this now. Once it's done, this is the shape that we've got. I'll put this down a bit more, like that. We've got that shape, right? Okay, so what we do is we bring it onto here, onto this rod. And as you can see, this will just go boom and snap onto there, like that. But we can't use it like that because it's just a hole in there. And that's just going back to square one. We might as well just use them. It's no good. So what we do is, with these, I've done all these earlier on, you stick a rubber pad which are included with the first purchase. You've got 3 rubber pads which stick onto there, it just snaps onto there, and once it's on there and it's adjusted, you can see you press it down for the reel and it springs back. And let me just settle it properly. There we go. And that just springs back each time instead of using your thumb. The thumb goes in there and it just uses it as it just acts like a brake. So what happens is that when you press down on this, you can see when you press down, the top there comes out. You can see it's a thin rubber which is very sensitive. You can still feel the spool spinning, and that is what acts as a brake. Yeah, it's adjustable. It'll, and the same with this end. But do not close the both of them if you happen to purchase one, because then you won't get it on the rod. It's got to be, one end has to be wider than the other. So there we are. They come like this in this pack. There's the medals on the side there that it's won, and there's the full instructions with the 3 rubber pads, and it's called Spool Stop. Now, I did mean to demonstrate the glove bit earlier on, but it's just gone past me. I think it's my age. Right, this is the glove that I did before. I don't have a marigold glove at the moment, so we'll have to use an industrial one. Now, this is before, and this is after. And what they do is, or what we have done in the past, is insert your hand in there like that, and then this bit then is the bit that stops the spool from spinning and catching your thumb. Can you see the leader knot on there? There's a leader knot on there. Look, I've if I put it down to that, no, I can't. There's a leader knot anyway. It's by here. You can see it. So look. No, it's just words that is. But anyway, that's a leader knot, and that's the bit that slices your thumb if you don't have any protection on it. That's a bit there. Now, with the inner tube bit that I said earlier on, I don't have a bicycle inner tube, but I got something which is similar. This is a bit of what we call shrink wrap. This is a bit that they use on rods on there to make it make it rubbery like. So what this does is when they put the inner tube on it, there's a hole cut at the top, you see, and then the thumb goes into there, and this is used then to stop the reel. A lot of you will already know this because it's probably in motion with you, and this actually stops the reel. But look how messy this is. Look, this is flapping about because look, the inner tube is not as stiff as this. The inner tube just flops about. You've got it everywhere. You've got all your bait juices in there after you bait it up, or you've got to wipe your hands and blow it in the wind. You don't know whether you have a bite or what, whether it's just shaking about. So no, that's a thing of the past now. So as I said, this is the bit now that's taken over, and it's called Spool Stop. You can go to my website and see it. It's called it's www.spoolstop.com. Have a look. A bit of write up there about the west coast of Wales and so on, and it doesn't cost anything to go there. So have a look. Enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Bye.